what a good morning. Oh, a Discord notification. Sirud. Wait a minute. The Sirud?
Hello, Ninten! I've been watching your Pixelmon skills and believe you have what it takes to spend 100 days on my Pixelmon server. Of course, I expect you to complete the set of tasks that I'll be sending your way, which should be no problem for a Pokemon master like you. Anyways, good luck, and hopefully you won't let me down.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing for the next 100 days. I wasn't too worried since I've already done this before. I mean, how hard could it really be? As I log onto the server, I'm given several choices for starter Pokemon. I could select the original Pokemon starters or settle with the custom starters. But I, of course, decided to choose Gible. I do spend more time exploring Spawn and figured out that in order to enter the Warzone, I will need a team full of level 100 Pokemon. You can imagine the blank stare I had when Sirud himself challenged me to catch a legendary Pokemon in there. Well, we'll get to that later. I end up randomly teleporting somewhere in the wild where I catch a few Pokemon and start mining for some ores to craft better tools. I then decided, before I was going to head out into the vast world of Pixelmon, I would need to build a base where I could rest and store my valuable items in. So I spent just, a few more days collecting resources, which went into building this magnificent house. Okay, I know it looks bad, just don't judge me, please. While I was building my humble abode though, I did encounter a shiny Rookie, which I wanted to include because I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, day 11. Now we're gonna do some real Pixelmon adventuring, such as hatching this fossil, and wow, this takes a really long time. Also, did I tell you that this video took a lot of effort to make? I mean, I literally had to play 33 hours and edit all of that down into this video that you're watching right now. Subscribing goes a long way, and I'll make even better content than, well, watching a fossil hatch. Anyways, using the 2 neurons left in my brain, I ended up right-clicking the fossil machine and realized it was just visually bugged. It was done the entire... Going around Spawn a bit more, I end up in the marketplace where I browse various items and end up buying a TV for my house, hoping that this atrocity I built looks slightly more welcoming with this piece of decor. It, in fact, still looks horrible. Anyways, in order to progress and complete the set of tasks that Sirud gave to us, we have to train our Pokemon to, well, level 100 eventually. But for now, all they need is evolution so that the big number gets bigger next to their stats. I took a quick glance at the tasks again and realized, damn, I could knock out this Pokemon hunt task pretty quickly. All I needed to do was catch the specific Pokemon that the game wanted me to catch, which, changes every hour. But luckily, mine were Pokemon that have a super low chance of spawning. Neat. So what I thought would be an easy task ended up taking several hours out of my day. You could picture the sheer joy though, when I finally caught the Pokemon I needed, only to be handed a pearl for my deed, as it felt more like a slap in the face than a job well done. Realizing how weak my team was, I took it upon myself to spend hours training my team, evolving the few Pokemon that still needed to evolve, and forging a strong but sadly still not eligible team to venture within the Warzone. So after a day of nothing noteworthy other than, finding 2 more shiny Pokemon, I just couldn't wait and decided to just focus hard and train my entire team to level 100. It took extreme willpower and determination, as well as sitting through the second Sonic movie, but finally, I had amassed my glorious level 100 team. But Nintendo, did it really take you this long to train your entire team to level 100? Wrong! I trained 2 full teams to level 100. If I was going to put in the time, I was going to put in the work. Also, during my training arc, I did stumble upon a Genesect, which was pretty cool. Anyways, I realized I'm broke. Man, this game is too realistic at times. So I headed towards this boss tower spawn, which spawns these boss Pokemon that, upon killing them, drop pretty good loot, which can be sold at the Pokemart for some quick money. Since I needed a lot to enter the Warzone, I racked up as much as I could, and finally on the 40th day, I was ready to enter the Warzone. The Pokemon in the Warzone were incredible. They were Pokemon you wouldn't see naturally spawn. They were incredibly high level too, but why is it called the Warzone? I mean, it sounds menacing, but there's just Pokemon here and, oh god, someone's chasing me. Oh yeah, I might have forgot to mention the core mechanic of the Warzone, that being a player may force a battle with you, and if you happen to lose that battle, you'll have to give up one of your own Pokemon to them, which means I could lose my starter Garchomp. I, of course, run around the Warzone while being constantly chased for the entire day. This dude had persistence, but I was just a coward. That's really all I can say. But once I did manage to escape the Warzone without losing a Pokemon thankfully, I did take quite a bit of a break from my journey by just catching 100 Pokemon. This just happened because I caught a Zangoose, which knew False Swipe, you know, a move which will just never kill but always leave the opposing Pokemon at 1 HP. This move just made catching Pokemon so much easier, and in 2 days already had 100 Pokemon registered on my Pokedex. But looking back at the list of tasks that need to be accomplished, I went on a hunt to gather fuseable Pokemon. Since I only needed to obtain 3 fused Pokemon, I created a little list of the Pokemon I needed to get, such as Aggron and Charizard, Lapras and Torterra, and the more ambitious Ho-Oh and Salamence. What I thought would take a couple of days spanned out and took so much out of me. First off, Aron, which evolves into Aggron, can only be found in one specific biome, which is pretty rare in itself. Next, Lapras. Good luck with that. And finally, Ho-Oh. I mean, the thing's a legendary Pokemon. Oh hey, it's available for 200,000 coins. And the grind begins. By continuing this boss tower grind, which I did earlier, I managed to rack up 200,000 coins. Did I lose my sanity in doing so? Yes I did. It took an absurd amount of time, 4 hours and 33 minutes to be exact. For reference, I could have watched the second Sonic movie twice if I really wanted to. Now, all I needed to do was hunt for Aron. I did get Lapras already, but you know, silly me forgot to press the record button on a vital moment. So just close your eyes and imagine me catching a Lapras, because at least then you'll have some visual aid to guide you, because I just got nothing. However, what I do have is footage of me looting a temple and getting a GS ball, which is amazing. I can use it to get Celebi. Also, I found this cool Aron a day later, which meant I had all the fusible Pokemon required. Now, usually getting fusion keys to, fuse these Pokemon takes a much longer time to get, but thankfully, Sirud hooked me up with a couple of keys, and I managed to get a couple of fused Pokemon. And I must say, they look absolutely amazing. Getting these fused Pokemon marked one more task off of my list. Now all I needed to do was get a legendary Pokemon in the Warzone. But obviously being too confident with finishing most of my tasks already, I went ahead and obtained legendary Pokemon everywhere but the Warzone. Such as using my GS ball on this shrine, I got a spawn in Celebi, which I then caught. But Celebi's literally ahead of Lettuce, so I wanted something better. By crafting a orb of frozen souls, I needed to knock out nearly 400 Pokemon just to fill it up, which, of course, as always, took a long grind. But in the end, I managed to fill it up with a relative ease and spawned an Articuno, which I ended up catching immediately using Master Ball. Look, I wasn't going to risk it, but now I have a big bird, and I'm happy. As I was minding my own business in my house, a lonely Genesect spawned nearby, and now I had 2 Genesects. A fanfiction could be written about the 2, but let's be calm here. Now I'd like to say for this next part, I went on a meaningful journey that spanned over 10 days and managed to reach a satisfactory goal, but that did not happen. Now you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, I saw that if you caught 25% of the Pokédex, you'd get this really cool rank. And well, since I wanted to become a trainer like no other, I aimed to capture Pokemon left and right, essentially just for my name to be green. Did I catch 25% of the Pokédex? Yes I did. Did I get the green name though? No, I did not, and still have not gotten it to this day. But for the next few days, I don't really do much other than a little bit of exploring, but then I realized I do have another orb, which prompted me to yet again go on a massive killing spree, wiping out a third of the Pokemon population, but alas, I had once again fully charged an orb from the blood, and let's just be honest here, more blood, of all the Pokemon that were in my wing. This time, however, it was Zapdos that I chose to catch, as he was my favorite of the bird trio. But oh my god, I found Darkrai for sale, which made me super excited, as Darkrai is just my absolute favorite legendary of all time. I know I look like the edgiest kid ever, but I cannot pass up on getting Darkrai. So I spent just 2 days of grinding up money, just so I could have my very own Darkrai. But now we come to the point of the video where I went on the website of the server and bought some lucky blocks. Look, I was desperate, okay? I just wanted to do something worth noting down, but nothing of importance happened. But yeah, I do end up spending a little bit of money and immediately log out for the entire day, because the moment you buy something from the store, it announces it to everyone on the server. Like, dude, I don't want everyone knowing what I spent my money on, okay? But nevertheless, I opened my lucky blocks, and to my surprise, my rare lucky block got upgraded to an epic lucky block, the rarest one available to buy. But nothing could prepare me for this moment, as once I opened up the epic lucky block, I got a shiny Darkrai. Anyways, I go around and explore the world for the last time, as now I'm nearly done with my 100 days. Obviously, as my fortune would have it, I find nothing of interest, but that's not what's important right now. I still have one more task left, and that was to find a legendary Pokemon specifically in the Warzone. Realizing that I was just catching legendary Pokemon everywhere but the Warzone, I quickly grabbed all the cash I had and headed straight into the Warzone, where I spent most of the 99th day all the way down to the dawn of the 100th day, where I see in chat that the Ultra Beast Blacephalon spawned in the Warzone. Technically, considering it a legendary Pokemon is still a bit iffy, but there was an argument that could be made, and that's all I needed. So I searched and searched and searched, but at last I just couldn't find it, and believe me, I tried. I went in there as much as I could, to the point that my wallet was drier than my messages. But sadly, in the end, we ended the 100-day journey without the satisfactory, climactic ending I was hoping for. But regardless, we went on a huge journey, caught hundreds of Pokemon, including legendaries outside of the Warzone, and even managed to fuse Pokemon, which I've never seen done before in Pokemon ever. We may have not completed all of the tasks in the end, but that won't ruin the amazing journey we went on. Thank you again for watching my 100-day Pixelmon journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course subscribe if you enjoyed and want more cool videos like this. I'll see y'all later though. Bye!